A rapist who chased his terrified victim before subjecting her to a 10-minute sex attack has been tracked down 42 years later thanks to advances in DNA. Roland Long was jailed today for 12 years after admitting the attacking the woman he did not know in Cardiff, back in August 1980. Police shared a video of the victim describing her experience when she got off the bus that night. She was initially approached by the defendant asking if she needed any help. She said she couldn't believe it when police officers knocked on her door 40 years later, Bristol Live reports. Detective Inspector Patrick Cato, former head of the Major Crime Review Unit, said, "In 1980, a woman who had recently moved to the Cardiff area got off a bus and, whilst in her way home, Roland Long followed her and violently raped her. He was caught after 42 years." Image, Wales News Service. There was an extensive investigation at the time, however, a suspect was never identified. But South Wales Police never gives up on serious crime investigations, and evidence was kept. De Cato attributed the progression of the case to the application of advanced DNA technology, meaning the defendant was identified as the person responsible. Scientists reviewed the evidence and looked at how advancements in science and technology could assist the investigation. The case was in the papers in 1980. Image, Wales News Service. Items of clothing were reassessed, which revealed Long, now 67, from Nailsea, North Somerset, to be a match, with an almost 1 billion to 1 chance of the DNA belonging to anybody else. De Cato added, "Today's sentence handed out by the judge will hopefully go some way to help the victim of this awful incident, something that she has had to live with daily for the past 42 years. The fact that the offender has lived his life over this time without thought or care for his victim is unjustifiable." Roland Long has been jailed. Image, Wales News Service. After all these years, the victim can now finally begin to rebuild her life safe in the knowledge that Roland Long is behind bars and has been brought to. The officers involved in this case have shown professionalism, determination and tenacity in bringing to justice those who cause the most harm within our communities, regardless of the passage of time. He added that help and support is available for all victims of sexual violence, and the force encourages any victims, no matter how long ago the offense happened, to come forward.